our next segment that I know Connor is very excited, and so am I, to discuss is going to be a very interesting review of Eternals.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Ooh.
I'm gonna come.
Interesting, huh?
Awful.
Yeah, just fucking.
Not the
just
intro
dog
that
shit.
you made, Dan.
No, it was.
We
the
went
movie
on Saturday. You, me, and good old Mitchie from the Mines.
Hit him with the high.
Yeah, baby.
The latest Marvel flick. You going to talk?
Yes.
Yeah, the latest Marvel flick. Last two movies I've watched from Marvel, which was Black Widow and Shang-Chi, I thought were dog shit. Shang-Chi wasn't the awfulest thing I've ever seen, but still didn't like it. Black Widow, we watched on holiday, didn't like it at all. This was definitely the worst of them all. Boring, long, trying to be Oscar bait, failed miserably. There was a few people that I really like acting-wise, but I can't remember their names, which is really bad. The deaf woman, she was in Walking Dead this season recently. I'll bring up their names because I feel bad for not saying their names. But they're really good. Some people are really good in it, but most of them, no, not really. I didn't like, what's the name? Sanger Hayek, what's the name? Selma Hayek. I thought she was really bad. I didn't think she was good at all. I didn't think that, what's her name? Angelina Jolie was good at all. They were like so wooden.
To me, Angelina Jolie just felt totally
Useless.
I don't know if she was underused or if she was just given really poor dialogue.
Lauren Ridloff, she played the deaf character in the movie. And she's actually deaf.
Yeah, she was alright.
She's a fantastic actress. She's really good in Walking Dead, which is an awful show right now, but she was great in it. Brian Tyree Henry, who
I like him as an actor.
Him. He's great.
I like him as an
really
actor,
good.
and you know what? I think he did a pretty good job in the movie, and I think he did the best with the script.
Yeah.
But still, I just don't. I think his character is probably one of the more relatable Eternals. But still, they were all just so they were so inhuman. They were just not. Not to make a joke here, but they were just so.
That was a joke.
That was not a joke. But I mean it like
Eternals, Dan. They're not human.
Oh yeah, whoops.
Who were your favorite characters though? Because they were mine too. I really loved
who
those
are your
two
two?
actors. Lauren Ridloff and Brian Tyree Henry. I really loved their work, and she was so good in Walking Dead. They did this episode in Walking Dead this year because she's actually deaf in real life, which I think is awesome to hire people like this. And they did an episode in Walking Dead where most of the episode was silent. That's how I knew her as an actress, because she was in The Walking Dead.
Wait. So she's actually deaf in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
good.
Awesome.
She's a great actress.
Hey, that's really great.
Sweet. And I love him as well. He was in Joker as well.
Yeah.
Very briefly, he was in Joker. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, he was the...
he was like the guy who with all the...
Whatever, yeah.
He was like with all the paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Tyree Henry, I think, is great.
He's such a great actor.
He's in Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta, isn't he?
Really
I need to watch that because
Atlanta.
seasons 3 and 4 are coming, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I need to get on that, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it's... Look... The issue to me really was the fact that the characters were so unrelatable. They were so, they lacked any amount of humanity and relatability. And, you know how, a lot of people say it's really hard to make Superman a good character because he's invincible, he doesn't have any flaws?
Yeah.
Every one of their characters is like that. And it's like, guys, you have to give the characters flaws for them to be even remotely relatable. Otherwise, they're just superhuman beings that we're watching doing all this stuff. And one thing that I really disliked about the movie is there were so many scenes where they were obviously trying to get across to the audience that something was serious. And the way they decided to do that was just by getting these A-list actors to do a lot of crying scenes. That was it. They weren't willing to actually show us the drama and the dynamics to why they would feel that way. It was just like, no, we're gonna get them to do a scene where a tear rolls down their eye.
Haha, bitch, I'm laughing because you big mad.
Yeah, it was a really good cast on paper, I think. Like, these are all good actors and actresses, but like they were just such shit roles. Like, it just fucking sucked. Like,
By and large, I don't
bad.
blame the cast because I
no,
think
not
that
at all.
they were all probably just taking a Marvel movie.
What did you think of what's his fucking name?
Kumail Nanjiani. So, okay, this one, I actually quite liked his performance. I thought he did okay, but I felt really bad for the fact that he got totally shredded and didn't even show his body at all. Like, the only time I saw his body was on Instagram.
And we say bye-bye.
You know? And it's like he obviously did all this work.
Well, it's not
And,
about getting
you know,
shredded
some
just for
people
your
say-
own good, you know?
I know, and
I'm
look,
trying to get shredded
and
for
you know
my
what?
own good.
If he's happy with the fact that he did it, then that's fantastic. But I just feel bad that he didn't get to show it off.
To be fair, I think the best character in the movie was this, and he was just hilarious. The guy who, like, it was like his
Oh, his
director,
driver or whatever.
like
Yeah.
the filmmaker.
His assistant. Yeah.
He was hilarious.
He was funny. He was
He was
actually very
hilarious.
good,
Like, that
yeah.
was just such a funny little thing.
You
to
know
add
what
on
was
to
good
the
about
story.
him is that he was mortal. Like, he didn't
Literally.
have superhuman powers.
He was hilarious.
He was just an ordinary
he
dude.
was great. Like, that was such a funny thing to add in the movie, and it was just like such boring dialogue scenes. It's trying to be so deep. It's like, bro, if you don't have a script like Better Call Saul when you do fucking like a slow dialogue type show,
yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
And you
need
can't
to-
back up the.
you need to polish your shit. It was such Oscar bait. Don't get out of here. Like, it was such Oscar bait, and it failed miserably.
To me, I just felt like I don't even think it was Oscar bait as much as it was just.
Why would they release it this time of year?
Look, I get the
With that
idea.
cast?
I get the idea that it was
Do
Marvel.
some fucking work, you bastard.
Marvel had a certain amount of scenes they had to get shot. They had a certain amount of beats they wanted to hit, and they had a certain amount of things they wanted to set up. And the whole movie felt boxed into that. And I felt like this whole celestial, they basically did secular God. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
know what I'm talking about?
we were watching the movie, and I was like, are they just doing the Bible again? I was like, what
It
are
was
they
so
doing?
fucking boring as well. Like, it
Because
was just
they
so
have this,
boring.
they have like mild spoilers for the movie. They have this, they basically explain that the whole universe is created by basically a big rock man in the center of the universe. And he's basically secular God. Like, it's just the dumbest thing. And I'm like, guys, you know, you don't have to do this storyline and you don't have to set it in the MCU. They could have just done something new. They could have just done something fun.
You gotta respect, though, I think, that it was different and it wasn't the standard MCU movie, but I think they handled it awfully.
Look,
and it was so boring.
I liked that they didn't work in other MCU properties. I liked that it was its own thing. I just wish that it was actually fucking interesting or good.
I remember when Mitch went to the toilet, Mitchie from the Mines, that is, when we went to the toilet, and it was just you and me, and I literally tapped you, and I like pretended to be asleep. That's my review of the movie.
Yeah.
It was so boring.
It was a snooze fest.
It was so boring.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It was really awfully paced because they
Oh,
started the
it was
film
so
off.
long.
They started the film
So
off with like a
unnecessarily
fight scene, and then they had a shit ton of dialogue scenes, and then there was a fight scene in the middle, and then there was like, I mean, there were a few more fight scenes throughout the movie, but, and then there was like a bunch more dialogue, and then there was like a last act fight, and then there was 20 more minutes of extra dialogue at the end of the movie. And listen, I love dialogue, but it was all just useless expositional bullshit. And there was like, excuse me.
Oh my god, Dan, really?
There was like a 20-second fucking scrolling text at
What
the
is this,
beginning of the
Conjuring
movie.
1 and 2?
Oh, it was
And
so
3?
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like Gemma Chan? Gemma Chan? Is that her name?
Who?
Gemma Chan?
Oh, the main.
She.
I thought she was good. The
It's like,
main,
all I could think
the lead
about-
actress.
All I could think about was she used to date Jack Whitehall, and he was like,
Really?
he talked about them breaking up in the stand-up special that I watched live in Perth. Just
Wow.
literally weeks before COVID, maybe a week before COVID.
That's a claim to fame. You dated
So-
a Marvel star?
so-
Like, whew.
Hey, he's doing Cliff of the Big Red Dog. Get out
Yeah,
of here.
true. He's got his own career, you know.
He's doing stuff.
So Gemma Chan was the main Eternal, like the
Yeah.
female lead. Yeah,
I hope
okay.
that's her name. I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
But
no,
yeah.
no. Yeah, I thought she was good. I think she's
All
a
I could
great
think
actor.
about was him talking about them breaking up in his set because he was making jokes about her.
I've seen. I can't think of what it is, but I've
Wars
seen
of
her
Mars.
in other things.
Wars of Mars.
Waters of Mars. Are we thinking of the same person?
Yeah, Wars of Mars.
Okay.
She's in Wars of Mars.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
I swear she's in something else as well. That
She's
I know
in Wars
from.
of Mars. She's in Sherlock. She's in Blind Banker. She's in Wars of Mars.
Wait. She's in Sherlock as well?
Yeah, she's in Blind Banker. The episode
How am I
Blind
not
Banker.
remembering that she's in?
Yeah, she's in Wars of Mars. You're about to watch that soon. Your rewatch.
I know.
Does it say Doctor Who and Sherlock on the thing? Can you put your thing up? Because people can't see it. I'm just wondering for them.
It says.
Should I put the thing up for them?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. So I know you're hard. It's sometimes
I know,
hard to not
I
show
know.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got
Yeah, I think she's really good actually.
Gemma Chan. It says here
Used to date Jack Whitehall.
Doctor Who, Sherlock, Secret Diary of Colgar, Fresh Meat, Bedlam, True Love.
Oh yeah, she's in Fresh Meat. Fresh Meat's great. So
Interesting.
That's where her and Jack met because Jack Whitehall's on Fresh Meat. Fresh Meat's a great
So
TV
she's in
show.
Transformers. She's in Jack. So she's got a pretty good Hollywood career. I think I recognize her from Crazy Rich Asians.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Because I know that I saw her in something recent. Oh, maybe it says she was in Captain Marvel, so maybe I saw her in that as well.
Maybe
I recognize it.
I don't recall.
I just
her in
feel
that.
like have seen her in a franchise
you know.
recently. You know.
I recommended Fresh Meat to you years ago.
Yeah, I would be keen to watch that.
That is probably one of the best shows I've ever watched. It's so good. It's just a show about like kids our age, like growing up in like college and shit, and it's
A
such
British
an accurate
comedy,
show.
you speak of.
Yeah, it's got Joe Thomason, I think, who plays Simon on The Inbetweeners. It's got Jack Whitehall
cool.
in it, and a bunch of like just great actors in it. And yeah, it's a great show about it's about pretty much just like getting laid and drinking beer and just everything people do when they're our age. But that's another show I saw her in. Yeah, she was in. First time I saw her was in Wars of Mars, which is you'll see her in that again soon when you
Very
watch
excited.
it because you're.
Very
you're
excited. I
close
think
to it.
now I do. I think I do remember now because she's one of the crew, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of the
I
crew,
think I
yeah.
remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I thought the movie was just not very good. I felt like Marvel needs to stop. They need to just end the MCU and do new shit and just focus on making a good movie. I just hate
Well,
this
maybe we should stop
set
supporting
up
it.
stuff, you know?
We should also, it's funny because they released that new Home Alone movie, Home Sweet Home Alone, and I want to watch it because I want to watch it with like you and the boys, maybe you, me, and Mitchell
I
from the Mars and watch
would
it.
watch it.
Because
with
we
you.
watch Home Alone every year.
Yeah.
We watched the first two.
Well, I was thinking we should do we'll do a segment of it in the Christmas episode.
Oh, for Home Alone? Or?
Yeah.
What will we see with the orchestra?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we see it with the orchestra, WASO, West Australian Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, baby.
But I thought maybe it'd be funny if like we watched the Home Sweet Home Alone, this awful reboot, remake. I don't know. But I don't want to support it because I'm like, don't. The thing is, every single time you click on it, every single time you pay for a ticket,
I know
shows that people wanna see
it makes them think that that's what we want.
So I never ever say this, but can you maybe download it? Home Sweet Home Alone.
We'll talk off camera.
Okay. Don't want to support it. I don't want to support it. Why give them a click? Why give them a click?
It's not worth it. Not worth it.
I'm so for.
Sends the wrong message.
So for like supporting everything, but not crap like that. Like, don't want to give them the click. Don't give them a click.
This is how I would.
Like Disney right now.
This is how I would.
Hey, bro, they got the